So today on Project Shop we are scrapping out this massive generator. Steve already took it apart, and but we're here for the best part here, which is recovering the copper. And we got these big old boys here, another one over here. We're going to take the plasma cutter, cut the case off, and we got this one here. Steve is going to try and instead of us cutting this side and pulling it out with the stator wrecker, he thinks he can just plasma cut down here and just pop that off. That would be a nice deal. And then for the bigger ones, even though I don't have a blade big enough to push through that in one shot, what I'm thinking is I could just do one section at a time and we'll just rotate it around. We've been testing the splitter with varied results. So these motors are very that was actually a thicker one, but these really thin ones, you can see that's like, you know, as thin as half of that. This one kind of got crushed, but I think it split most of the stuff. You know, the really thin ones, I'm almost thinking it might be easier just to cut the coil, but they are cutting. You know, the problem we're having here is our stroke is only like 7 inches or something like that. We don't have enough. I mean, the blade is obviously big enough to split all the way, but where we're coming out on the stroke, and I'll show you with this, it's we're like right on the verge of it actually. I'm just going to push these plates together to start with. See that? This thing is kind of finicky, and then here's the main issue we're having. So this press is sitting in an orientation that's different than most presses, and that is all of the weight is supported by the actual carriage. Normally this would have feet and this would be sitting on the floor and that carriage would be sitting down. So when this comes down and presses, it's already down. Right now this is kind of like pressing down on the bottom here, and then when this comes down it pushes up on all of this, and then you'll see it does some wonky stuff here. So what we're going to do is eventually we're going to have to weld some plates on here to take up the gap. But for tonight, or now, what I'm going to do is actually, matter of fact, before I do this, I'm going to try it. I'm going to take my bottle jacks and I'm just going to press up on this and then clamp this together right here and see if it takes out a lot of that motion, because that's kind of crazy, and we don't want to damage the tip of this blade, which is very thin. Okay, so let me get that jacked up and clamped, and then we'll see. Well, I'll show you splitting this one here. So I used the old 20-ton jacks that I had left over from when I used to use them for the transformer press before I replaced it with this pump. I literally have like 5 of them up under here. I used to have to keep them in stock because these air motors would blow up all the time. So I have it jacked up. As you can see, the pin is pushing to the top. I have it clamped back this way. Now here's the problem. As you can see, that is wallowed out and it's actually bowed out right there. I'll have to clean that up and weld a huge thick plate on there to take up all that slack. But now we should be able to I'm gonna move this over, and then once we get down on it, I'll see. I don't know, now that I pushed that up, I have no idea what that did to this. So
dry run, see how it goes.
Well, that's not really going to tell me nothing unless I put a square on it. But we're just going to try to center that. Oh, already much better. Okay, now what we're going to do is bring this up. And I had put a piece of wood in there before, but it just destroyed it. I mean, that's not really the right thing, but the problem is we're like an inch short on the stroke of the ram. It looks like our whole thing might have moved over. Hold on. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going into the wood. Oh, yeah. That might have been the cleanest one yet. Oh, we still got a little, it must have rotated up on that side. I didn't see the back side. Let's see here. We'll just come back down on it. It should split that, no problem. That's got to be all the way through. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was the cleanest one yet. Looks like we only got off by like one or two little slats. Well, I'll tell you what, man, this blade cuts right through that stuff like butter. Still got a nice edge on it. I have been lubing it up with some motor oil, but like I said, we're gonna take the oil out of these compressors and save it, and we'll just use it to lube up the blade. And I'm wondering, do you think we can even use it for cutting oil? I mean, it's oil, right? Yeah. So we'll put it to use. You know how we like recycling around here. This one here got way off. Something bad happened there. I don't know if I can recover this one. Let's try. I gotta come all the way up on the stroke. I'm about to move my vise. Yeah, these little ones are, you really gotta have everything squared. That one wasn't very square. But I mean, it's cutting it. Oh! Oh, it just deformed the crap out of it. I don't know what's going on. Why are we having a hard time getting... I still got some. Okay, that literally made a mess, but I still think we'll be able to pull that copper out of there. We'll get it out one way or the other. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up the table. We're gonna get the other hydraulic rams set up, and then we're gonna bring over them big boy stators, and we'll move this out of the way. I think what we're gonna do is just use this to take these plates off, and then we'll drop them stators in here. With this down, we might have to raise this up. I don't know, we'll see. And then we're just gonna peck at it. I think if we just come and split it, rotate it, split it, we won't have to do any cutting. And then we'll literally be halfway, and the puller should have way less, you know, effort actually pulling that stuff apart. Okay, got these big boys up on the table. Steve's gonna plasma cut them.
Okay, you watch for this fire, and if it's blowing on something messed up,
Yeah.
tell me, and I'll blow it the other way.
These things, we're gonna have to cut down this way, but then they plug weld these things, okay?
Yeah,
See the plug
I'm
weld?
gonna cut straight through.
So we have to cut around each one of them. There's probably a couple on each one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do these first, and then while I'm messing with these, trying to split them, Steve's gonna attempt to shave these down. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna get this hydraulic set up. And
I need my ground.
you need a ground.
Where am I?
Right here. Okay. I lost my mount for my GoPro, so I don't know how this footage is gonna come out. I might have to rig something up here. Okay, so we have a height issue. We actually should go up to the next height so I can put it in the V or the H-beam there. But it's just sitting here. We're just gonna give it a try and see what happens. Let me lube up the blade a little bit.
Take it out.
Now we're gonna have a problem.
Getting it off?
Yeah.
That was perfect.
What we need is a chain vise.
That was perfect.
Yeah. And we need longer stroke and a bigger blade.
Okay. I think this thing's heavy enough it's gonna fall off.
I mean, I think it's wedged in there pretty good, bro.
Okay.
What we're gonna have to do is get a strap.
Yep. Let's see what we got.
Now, obviously right now this is a little bit more work. We could probably just whack this with a sawzall really fast, but my ultimate goal is to be able to split this in half in one pass relatively quick. What do we got?
Let's see what we got, man. Where do you want me to go?
We're gonna have to come up over the top right here. Give me that.
That thing might be hot. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Hang on. You got it?
Yep.
Hang on, let me try to.
Alright. Bam! Yeah, we need a chain vise, dude, so we can quickly do this.
That was a good cut, though. That was a very good cut. Okay. Now, do you want to just go through here once?
What do you mean?
Or go around it once so that you can still flip it and roll it, and we only hook it one time? Go through the center of it with the chain?
Move this every time.
Okay.
Oh, right up on all that crusty
Are
slag.
we? What about the other way?
Right here. Let me see if I can't get some of that slag off. Watch the tip of that blade, man. Okay, we're gonna have to work on all that.
They won't always be like that. You want to hook it?
No, I'm gonna run it.
Okay.
Oh.
You didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice it. Went right through it. Go ahead, man. I'll get it off there. We got it.
We gotta try and stay within the same split.
Wherever you put it, I'll hold it.
Oh, we're like one off.
I was sweating my eye. I couldn't see.
Sorry. Rolling it over. Oh, we were 2 blades off. Hey, try to roll it while it's in the cut.
Go ahead. There you go.
Yeah.
Come down on that bridge.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, man. Just trying to roll against me. Okay.
Start rolling it.
I'm trying. I got a run. You want to be able to run right now. Right next to mine. Okay. You got it.
Okay, so the secret to these big ones is to keep the thing in the cut. With a small blade. Hold on. There you go.
I got it. I wanted it to hang there like that for a second. There you go. Do that.
Let me give it a splash. Gotta keep this thing lubed up.
That's a sharp thing to do. You're right. Okay, let me get this. I want it over here like this.
Don't let it come out. Hold it.
Okay, did it. We're off to that.
Oh, dude, don't let it come out of the cut like
Still in the
that.
cut?
No, man, stop.
Okay. She took a bad bounce.
Because you're leaning it back too far. It's rolling out. There you go. Oh, we're going to go right through that slag. Hold on. It's like it's all melted. It's just gonna have to, the blade's gonna have to try to split it.
Get well. Am I there?
Hold on. See that one is there. It is. Hold on.
I can see what you're seeing.
There.
All right. You're there. You're done. Up to a certain point, they're not cutting any.
Yeah, but I want to get it wedged and open as much as possible.
Oh, okay.
So we can roll it as far over as possible. Keep going.
This will be your last cut right here. There you go. It's going to come apart. I don't know what's going to happen. You might have to make another cut. One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going.
That'll do it right there. You'll be done.
Dang. Oh, we were only one blade off?
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all, man.
Okay, you got it? That one?
See if, hold on. There we go.
I'm sending it out.
That's going to make light work on the pulling part.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah. Big time. You're only pulling 3 inches.
Yeah.
Shit.
On them big giant stators that were stuck, this is what we needed, dude.
Yeah.
How's our blade doing?
Perfect.
Don't even look like it damaged anything, bro.
It's not even polished yet. It's going to be shiny and polished.
Well, that was the blade. I made a blade. I replicated this blade out of 1/2-inch steel, mild steel plate. And I polished it and then oiled it. And then Romatic ran it through, it split it like butter. Like it literally would look like it was splitting better than this one.
Did you heat treat it?
No.
You didn't?
Nope. I just
This
did,
blade,
that's what all these numbers are right here.
This one is
This was me
heat treated.
measuring this.
Oh, really?
I measured the taper, how far everything was. Because this thing is actually like, it starts up here and it's V'd here like this.
Yeah,
and then there's another taper down here.
They got a hollow ground.
Yeah, and you can see it looks like they fly cut this
Yeah.
with something, you know. So we're gonna make a big one out of that stuff I got over there.
Yeah. And we're gonna heat treat the
All right, so now we're gonna move on to this thing and do the same thing. Now that we know to keep the blade in the cut and just rotate it, the next one's probably gonna go a little faster. Okay. Let's see if we can't. Oh shit. I broke my GoPro mount. I got no magnet anymore. Anyway. See about getting the blade lubed up. Okay. Now this one's a little bit shorter. So I think we're going to be able to definitely gonna need to change for that. I felt how tight that was. Do is rotate while it's in there. So, a couple things. I could see this being an issue with the little slats kind of moving over. We want to make sure that we stay in the right groove. There we go. But this thing, I don't know if, did I cut all the way through all them? This thing is just cutting through this like butter. I'm just gonna press my way through. With faster hydraulics and more of a stroke, oh shoot, we might have come out. Yeah, we got like one off. Okay, so even though that was a little bit of work getting that up and down, because I'm splitting this in half now, it's going to make pulling this out so much easier. Like, I don't even think there's going to be a comparison. Okay, and rolling that is definitely the way to go with the small blade. You know, I don't think even with a Sawzall, I mean, a Sawzall might have been a little bit quicker, but it would have definitely be harder pulling through all of that material. Now I'm pretty sure this stuff's going to pull out like butter. So what I'm going to do is get this thing set up for the puller, and we're going to pull the copper out of this, man. I'm super stoked, man. This thing worked actually way better than I thought. And if I could have stayed on top of where I was, like, I'm not worried about that. You know, as long as you keep that blade in the cut. Let's look at our blade. The blade is looking good. We didn't damage the tip. Everything is solid for the most part. We did what do we got going on here? We did loosen up. Our jack's still tight. Yeah, we still have a gap here. See, these things here, they're not even straight. They're kind of bowed. So I have to literally like start from the beginning almost. I need to take this all the way apart. See, okay, the GoPro ran out of battery. But what I was saying is basically I need to take all this back apart and, you know, make sure that these things are parallel with each other. And then I need to make a guide system. I mean, what I really almost need is like a cylinder, like a hydraulic cylinder rod, and you know, have that going all the way through here to keep this from moving, and through here to keep all this moving. But we can kind of accomplish the same thing with some angle iron. The thing is, like, this whole thing is just backwards. You know, it was never designed to be operated the way that I'm operating it. So, but we're well on our way. I mean, we just split a pretty decent sized stator here, and we're about to pull the copper out of it with ease. And then we're just going to keep dialing it in. One thing I'm going to do for these small ones, okay, I'm going to make a small V that sits down here, and then another one that slides in like this does. That's going to clamp these and hold it up. So this should be like right here in the middle, somewhere about 6 inches off the deck. That way I can get all the way around it with, you know, and have a lip, like the little lips here that are going to grab these big ones. I need smaller lips for these ones. So I'm gonna get this thing lowered back down. I think I'm gonna have to come down at least 1 notch. And now that I have the, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it that way. I'm just gonna have to use the hydraulic ram. But eventually, I want full stroke with hydraulics, where I can just put this where I want, lock it in, and then even with, you know, I'm not going to be able to go much bigger because we only have about another foot. So I could probably go 6 inches more on this. You know, this isn't really going to be designed for splitting. This is going to be more for the other operations on the side. When this gets mounted on that table off to the side, like once these are split, we're going to roll them over here, or once they're cracked or whatever, you know, once they're liberated, there's going to be another machine that's just dedicated to splitting, where I won't have to take this blade in and out. Okay, and then we're actually going to have 3 stations. You know, we're going to have a cracker, you know, a dismantling station, a splitting station, and a pulling station. Just like my transformer press over there. It's basically 3 operations: a prep, a cracking, and a pushing. So it'll be basically a prep, a splitting, and a pulling. Same concept, you know, different workaround. So I'm gonna get this dialed in and we're gonna start pulling copper. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how much easier this is. Feel the pressure. Oh yeah. Way easier. I can tell that would have been a little tough. Trying to pull that many out at once. Yeah. For sure. Oh man, it's too easy. Yeah, splitting these big stators is definitely the way to go. That's a night and day difference. Whoa! Copper. We'll put that on the scale. Oh, now this one's a little thicker. Go. So we should be able to get this in 4 pulls or 5. Because there's like 5 loops. Oh. It's tight, but it's coming. Also, these things are like spiral. So it's not like they're straight. Nice little nugget. 10,000 PSI pump is getting into low gear. That's high gear. So what's that, 2 poles? I think we can get this in 4 poles. Oh, we got one straggler. We got a straggler. Gonna be 5 poles. That was nothing. Look how far these things bend. Bam, we're done. Some nice nuggets of copper, look at that. That's some heavy chunks. Okay, next. I mean, once this is dialed in, we're going to be able to cut these so fast. There's really not going to be a comparison. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is where a V on the bottom is going to help. What we're going to have to do is grab this more towards the bottom. Whoops, wrong one. That was kind of dangerous. Wow. Get my hands away from that. Wow, man. So this one here, this one would have been super tough. This one's going to make me work for it. This is why splitting them is the way to go, opposed to, oh, there we go. opposed to just I don't know if this is going to work. It didn't like this. Keep my hands clear. Whoa! Yeah, it don't like that. So we're going to try to grip one at a time so we don't deform this anymore. Yeah, there we go. This is where faster hydraulics are going to come into play. Oh, we don't care, man. We're going to get it out one way or another. Oh, I can keep going? There we go. This one would have been a struggle if I didn't split this. Oh no, come on baby. Alright. I don't know if I want to be pulling so high on this. This is already kind of deformed. But we'll give it the old college try. This thing is deformed like crazy. Let's pull this thing from the top and see what happens. Oh! Nope, nope, nope. We'll try loosening it up one at a time. There we go. This one's got a spiral and a lot of glue. Look at all this slack. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles, man. Don't try to do it all at once. Oh! Let's try. Are we pushing it? I'm gonna keep going. No, I'm not. Okay. Let's see if this one gives it to us. Yep. Okay. Now this is gonna be tough. You know what? This is the thinner side. The next one is thicker. I know this is a bad idea. Come on. Oh! Yep. Bad idea. You know, we had to try. Really should be wearing gloves with this. This metal is kind of sharp. Okay? once they buckle, man, that's it. You really gotta try not to let it get to that point. Bam, look at that. He's done. Or at least with that one. That's about the most mangled one yet. This one got a big knot of copper. Just grab it here and be hopeful. Oh! Nope, 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 nope. I can see the problems already. Just gonna work it down here a little bit. Oh, we're tearing copper. Dang. All right. Man, that's what I'm talking about. So that's severely deformed, but that right there is proving the concept that this is going to be one bad machine when I'm done and get this thing dialed in. Because right now this got nothing, and it's still ripping a big old pile of copper out of there. Deformed the crap out of it, but it still pulled it, still held it. Like I said, with proper V on the bottom, holding the sides a little more, we're not going to have this issue. We're going to be able to rip the copper right out now. I don't know about these small ones. Last time I tried to do these little ones in here, it didn't go too well because literally there's nothing to hold it on the top. I need to make the double V, so maybe that'll be another video. I think what I'm going to do is wrap it up here and come back to this tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, so I want to come back to this and come up with a way of holding these small ones, because this is just going to rip it out. I really do need a proper V for these on the bottom. And I'm thinking, once I make the right V, once I get the right situation going, I'm thinking I can use the same V to pull the stuff as split it. I'll just have the thing in there. The only issue I see with that is, depending on the size of the stator, where the slot would have to be in reference to the blade. But you know, hey, like I said, it's a work in progress, and hey, we're working it, man. We're gonna work on them tomorrow, and then see how much more copper we can get. So if you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got more Stator wrecking mayhem coming in. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. danced before?